Thank you. The first song you sang was How You Live, and this was accompanied by guitar, which was very effective. But we thought that maybe the music was actually quite low. It was so low you were using your chest voices, which meant that when you went up to sing at the high notes, you couldn't manage it on your chest voice, and then you didn't know how to produce the sound with your head voice, and so the sound then was sort of too light up on top. So it was strong in the chest and then too light up on top. The added part that was added to the music we thought was very effective and worked well. The last chorus, there was one voice sticking out, obtruding, and it spoiled I think people were probably relaxing and forgetting that they had to blend with each other. So you just need to watch that. The diction was good for the most part. We could have done the more dynamics, more variety in the dynamics. The second song that you sang was Ave Maria. Again, we thought that this was actually rather low for the voice, that you could have brought it up, seeing as how you changed keys and added parts and stuff. You could have brought it up another pitch, up another tone. They could have sung it maybe a tone higher. But good flow in it, a good diction, a lovely pianissimo for Ave Maria. That worked very well. The middle section then was a lovely contrast. It was louder, and that really worked well. And it was a nice ending, even though it wasn't what was in the original. But the simple addition and harmonies were very effective and good dynamic contrasts. The next choir we heard was number 3, Broadford Youth Choir. Where are they? Down at the back there. Thank you. The first piece you sang was Cantate Domino. This had clear diction and a nice piano on the repeat of the opening phrase. So you were working on dynamics straight away. Unfortunately, the descending figure, I've marked the numbers, bar 6 and bar 20, it went flat. It's a funny piece because here we are singing in praise of the Lord, but it's speaking of F minor. And so F minor is always going to go flat, so you have to work really hard to imagine that you're singing up against the notes when the tune is coming down. I loved the way you sang the shout, that we really got the effect of the meaning of the text, but the pitch kept dropping throughout. When you went into 3 parts, I thought the balance was really fun. The balance was great. We could hear the tune clearly in the middle, and then there were 2 other parts outside with harmony, so the balance there was good. But the last phrase was very much out of tune, which was a terrible shame. Dynamics were great. The second part of the song was Tota Pulcra Es, and the middle line was flat. The G that you have in your head is flat. So you need to hear the 2 outside parts and then place the G in the middle and work it. You'll find it's in a different place in your head. It was very challenging to working in 3 parts. Maybe it was too much of a challenge. 2 parts maybe would have done fine at this point. Then the last choir we heard was the first choir, the last shall be first, which was a choir out of Tralee. And the first piece that they sang was We Can't Stop the Beat. This had great rhythm and the lovely balance between the 3 parts. The fellas had a gorgeous sound, and the music was carefully chosen to suit the number of the amount of notes that their vocal voices could manage. Lovely chords when you went into chords at bar 29. We felt it was vivacious and rhythmic, really amazing change of key and all without accompaniment. That was really, really very impressive. Watch out though for the phrase endings. You wouldn't try to throw away the words sometimes. The second song that you sang was Let There Be Music. Again, the parts were very clear. What was most impressive in this was the vowels, the lovely vowel sounds. A nice gentle opening, a lovely solo part lovely. We love the way you sang through the music. Super diction and very confident with great balance. I'll hand you over now to Kevin.
So, the challenge for us was very clear. Do we disqualify everybody? Which, strictly speaking, we should have done. Or do we say they were all equally guilty and judge on that basis? That's what we've decided to do.